YouTube! Hi guys, today we actually have an official post on the HoYoLab from HoYoverse, I mean obviously. And this is about the Stride Pass Trailblazer Remembrance Ice. As you guys know, in 3.0 we actually are going to be getting access to Remembrance Trailblazer. And the thing that's pretty cool is that I'm sure we actually are going to be able to get Trailblazer of Remembrance very early on. The reason why I think we are going to be getting that is that I think that the idea is that once we join the new place, we are going to be the new person to write history, right? So I think that the planet is like destroyed, and by writing down its story, we are essentially going to fix it by giving it a proper good ending, essentially. So I think we're actually going to get the Trailblazer very, very early, the new pass very early, which is very cool. I'm very excited for this. I think memes look absolutely adorable. I also think that mem look very similar to the pink girl that we saw, like the Elysia XP. So I'm actually going to be speculating that mem is Elysia XP. Like mem and the Elysia XP are actually the same person. And also I think that the two of them are also connected to March. I could see March and the Elysia XP actually be like the same person, or like two fragments of the same person. I don't know, I'm just thinking. Because we know that the Garden of Recollection was telling us that the Pass of March is not something that she should remember, at least for now. So the reason why is that I think that March might be a survivor of that place. That was kind of like, I feel like the XP kind of split herself in two and sent someone inside. Because we know that for Amphoria and Forius, we're going to have to both figure out things from the inside and things from the outside. And I think this is why we have like the March inside and March. Man, I'm speculating like crazy. Let's actually go back to topic. Hello, Trailblazer! After embarking on the path of remembrance, you've gained new powers yet again. To help you master this power, Pom Pom prepared some skill introduction. Come and take a look. After completing a 4-year Trailblazer mission obtaining as I've written and title bounty awards, Trailblazer can get Shadow of Remembrance times 6. Can also ascend Trailblazer Remembrance Ice to Eidolon 6. Very, very cool. Man, it's so pretty, dude. Look at this art. It is so freaking pretty. Mem is the cutest patootie in the entire freaking world. I need a plushie of Mem. 100%. Pass Remembrance. Trailblazer Remembrance Ice is a support character who summons a Memosprite called Mem to battle and allow allies to deal true damage. When fully charged, Mem immediately takes action and allows one ally to immediately take action. Immediately take action! Oh my god! Sunday's already power crapped. Alright, moving on. Jokes aside. What do we have here? Character preview. It's the same text, just we see both male MC and female MC, or I mean the other way around, female MC and male MC. What is a Memosprite? Memosprites are companions summoned by Memo Masters whose special abilities to fight alongside the team characters. They have unique Memosprite skills and Memosprite talents, and take independent turns in battle to use their abilities. They can trigger special effects when they appear and disappear. Additionally, they can be targeted by both ally ability and enemy attacks. When they attack or get hit, they regenerate ultimate energy for the masters. Memosprites have their own stats, which can be viewed in real-time combat view and character details. View Memosprites. On the character traces screen, you can level up Memosprite skill and talent independent of your character. The total maturity needed for both master and sprite equals 1 regular character. Oh, interesting. So when we'll have the screen, we'll have additional skill for the Memosprite, but it won't cost more than the previous character. It's just that the talents are going to be split between the two. Very cool. Also, they get some of their stats from the Memo Master. Each Memosprite has their own unique personality and abilities. Stay tuned for more amazing Memosprite coming your way. Man, I will say again and again, but Mem is so adorable. She reminds me of Sylveon. Like a mix of Sylveon and Pom Pom, if that makes any sense. So freaking adorable. So adorable. Alright, basic attack. Leave it to me. Deal ice damage to a single enemy. Alright, pretty classic. You can see like you use your brush to essentially write up something and it sends a projectile. So it's the power of words, right? You use the word to actually create damaging thing. That's really cool. Skill. Oh, look at Mem. So cute. I choose you. Yeah! Summons the Memosprite Mem. If Mem is already on the field, restore a certain amount of Mem's HP and grants Mem charge. So very cool. We have here I really like the idea that you have the skill that is pretty versatile, as in like once you use the skill, you can still reuse it to actually heal your summon, or grant mem charge. So we gotta know what mem charge exactly is exactly. Talent, Almighty Companion. Memosprite mem has a fixed initial speed and max HP equal to a certain percentage of Trailblazer's max HP. Mem gains charge whenever all allies regenerate a certain amount of energy. Very cool. Very, very cool. Related traces, Rhapsode Scepter. So essentially, she has a fixed HP, and her max HP is equal to a certain percentage of Trailblazer's max HP. What I wonder is, like, how tanky can you make them? Because I assume it's going to be like, oh, maybe 70% of the Trailblazer's max HP or something like that. So I really wonder. I also wonder, our characters in the future going to have, like, a tanky Memosprite? It's like, there's so much potential, right? You could have a character... Like, imagine Clara, for example, right? If Clara had a Memosprite, Varg would be on the field and would be like a tank that taunts with like 200% of Clara's max HP or some shit like that. That would be really funny. Like, the potential in the future is so good with the Memosprites. So, very cool. Memosprite skill. Baddies Trouble. Deal ice damage several times, each time dealing ice damage to a random enemy. Deal ice damage to all enemies at the end. Okay, so essentially, oh man, the animation is so cute. And I love that she's actually punching. She's going, oh no, 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 look at that. So she does multiple attacks on random enemies, and the final hit is a big AoE, essentially, which is very, very cool. Which also feels like this is going to work pretty well with someone like the Herta, for example. For the ice damage and the big AoE, since you want to hit a lot of them. That's really, really cool. Ice damage, yeah. Like Herta, exactly. Let me help you! I love how her abilities actually her speaking, right? It's like, it's the, let me help you! So it seems that she cannot speak entirely, like, properly. But she can speak a little bit, which is, them, she... I don't know. I'm assuming she, because she's such a cutie patootie. It could be them. I don't care. Wait, do they say here? It just says she, has. Memosprite mem. It doesn't really say. Triple ice damage team. You could do that. Events the action of one designated ally by 100% and grants them mem support lasting for several turns. That's really cool. For every one instance of damage dealt by the target that has mem support, additionally deals one instance of true damage. When using this ability on this unit, cannot trigger the action advance effect. So essentially, you can buff yourself if you want, but you won't get the advance effect. It's similar to other characters that have that kind of stuff. True attack is a non-type damage and is not affected by any effect. This damage is not considered using one attack. There we go. So, it's not considered an attack, which means it cannot trigger other effect that needs to have you deal one attack. It's kind of a follow-up, right? It's kind of like Robin's extra hit, right? It's not considered an attack. So it won't work for, full-up. So for example, it won't be considered an attack for full-up attack stuff, or to charge Fei Xiao, for example. What is very interesting is that the true damage works for every one instance of damage, which means that if your attack or your skill deal multiple instances of damage, you will deal multiple true damage, which is very cool. Now, what is interesting is that it's one instance of damage dealt by the target that has mem support as one instance of true damage. I wonder if the true damage is based on the target's attacking, or is it based on mem? Because if it's like, let's say its true damage equals 1000, regardless of the people being buffed. If you, let's say, you use the skill, for example, of, doesn't matter, let's say, Void Archives, Welt, his skill does like a bounce, which is like 6 attacks or whatever. That means that's 6 instances of true damage. So if the true damage is just based on mem, and let's say it's 1000 true damage, that's suddenly 6000 true damage increase, right? Because that's 6 hits. But if the true damage is based on Welt's attack, and let's say it's like 70%, then suddenly instead of being 1000 true damage, it's gonna be 700 true damage or something like that, you know what I mean? So I really wonder how exactly the true damage is calculated. That's the biggest question I have here. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that for sure. Related traces, Petite Parable, oh, Petite, that's a Memo cat. Magnets and long chain. Alright, Memosprite talent. Oh, so cute, the Kokoro is adorable, dude. Like, look at how well she fits with March. She has the same hair color, literally. See, like the pink that then becomes purplish. I'm telling you, there's a connection between Mem, Elysia, and March. Friends together. Increase all allies crit damage. Yo, if the charge has yet to reach 100%, Mem automatically uses Baddie's Trouble during action. So if she doesn't have charge, she just deals her AoE attack here. If she has 100%, she will immediately take action, and she will select one ally unit to use Let Me Help You in the next action. There we go. So essentially, either she does Baddie's Trouble, which is AoE, or if she has the charge, she will be able to do the advance forward. Go Mem, go! When Mem is summoned, it immediately gains a certain number of charges, which is linked to this. Very cool. No regrets. When Mem disappears, the Trailblazer's action is advanced. That's very cool. So that means that when Mem disappears, or like either she gets KO'd or for some reason she has a max number of turns she can be here, the Trailblazer's action is advanced, which means you'll be able to resummon her as fast as you can, which is very cool. Now the ultimate, Together Mem, it has 20 toughness reduction, which is pretty classic, I think. If we look at the basic attack here, it's 10 reduction, which is, it's the same as usual, right? Very, very cool. Summon Memosprite Mem, grant Mem charge. Then enable Mem to deal ice damage to all enemies. Okay, that's good. I really want to know how much charge all of those things give, right? But that's a nice way. Essentially, this is a new way to summon Mem. I assume if Mem is still on the field, that heals her instead, because that's how the skill functions. You give her stuff. I love how she becomes big, like a Gigantamax thing from Pokemon. It's so cool. And then just slap all the enemies with a massive paw. I swear to God, it's so adorable. I love her so much. Alright, and here we get another. I don't know why the ultimate is written twice. That's probably a niche. That's probably a mistake. Oh, is it just because it's a 2 animation? Yeah, it's female MC and then male MC here. Technique! After using technique, create a special dimension that lasts for a certain number of seconds. Enemies within the special dimensions are placed in a time-stop state, halting all their actions. After entering battle against enemies afflicted with a time-stop state, delay the action of all enemies and then deal ice damage to all enemies. Only one dimension effect created by allies can exist at the same time. Very cool. So here we see the new screen for the path switch, where you can switch between the 3 different paths. Very nice. And then we can finally see the character traces. So Rhapsode Scepter. When the battle starts, Trailblazer's action is advanced. When Mem first enters the field, additionally grants Mem energy, so she gets access to her skill faster. Petite Parable. When using Baddie's Trouble, Mem immediately gains charge. So when she does her basic attack, essentially, she immediately gains charge, which is great. Magnets and long chain, sorry. When the max energy of the ally target that has Mem support exceeds a certain amount, for every certain amount of excess energy, additionally increases the multiplier of the true damage level of Mem support up to a max limit. Ooh! That's cool. And here we can see the trace of great material. We are going to need some Bija of Consciousness, which is going to be a new item, but we can already farm for the Auspice Liver, which I think is something you get from fight. I think this is what you get from fighting Shadow Fei Shao, but I'm not entirely sure. My apologies if I'm mistaken this. So very, very cool. So overall, basically, you can do Ice basic attack. You can summon Mem, who also does Ice basic attack. That's going to hit multiple enemies and then a big AoE. Her skill, when she has 100% charge, allows her to advance forward an ally of her choice and give her 1 instance of true damage for 1 instance of attack that the target deals for several turns, which is very cool. With the ulti, it's a big AoE. And there we go. And you have many ways to gain energy for Mem, which will allow her to advance forward your allies more and more. On top of that, she gives crit damage to her allies in general, which is very cool. So there we go. I think it's going to be a fun character with a lot of AoE, which is going to work great with like erudition stuff, or character that needs a lot of allies being hit at the same time. So this could work with Jade, this could work with the Herta, and a lot of the good. So I could see some fun teams with like the Herta, Jade, Remembrance MC, and another support like, I don't know, Aventurine or something like that, do some pretty good work. I'm very excited. I think this looks very cool. I love Mem. I think the art here is so beautiful. I cannot wait. Let me know what you guys think. Are you gonna be changing to Remembrance Trailblazer? Do you need your Trailblazer still for, you know, Superbreak team? What are you intending to do? Personally, because I did get Fugue, I'm happy with Fugue. I don't need to put Fugue and Trailblazer together, although they work together very, very well. So I'm probably gonna be switching to Remember Trailblazer just to be a bit, you know, to RP a little bit what's going on in Amphorius. And I'll be trying out various teams with her. I'm very hype. Anywho, thank you for watching. Have a good one. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers! Jesus. I'm repeating myself so much, I apologize.